Hey, what is happening, you picky primate? Coming at you with some Charizard Dusknoir action. Got to give a big shout out to Zach R. This is their list that they used to win the Tournament of Doom, which is a pretty big online tournament series, if you didn't know, this last week. And yeah, I looked at the list. I was like, that's a pretty cool build. I'd played some Charizard Dusknoir in the past when John Roberts kind of shed some light on it at a regional championship. I believe he lost his win in it on stream, if I remember correctly. He ended up like top 32 or top 64 at that one. So I tried out his build a little while ago. The deck seemed pretty cool. Saw Zach R do well with this build, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Let's try it out. And honestly, it felt pretty good. As far as Charizard decks go right now, I'm not a huge fan of Charizard. I think Charizard's like okay. But I think if there is a best way to play Charizard, as long as Dragapult is still relevant, it's probably this build of Charizard, to be honest. Because this is the only build of Charizard that I played with recently that feels like it can keep up with Dragapult. Every other build of Charizard, Charizard Pidgeot, Charizard Dragapult. I mean, that's more of a Dragapult deck than a Charizard deck, but it feels like you're unfavored against every Dragapult deck. Same thing with Charizard Pidgeot. This build of Charizard, though, feels like you can kind of go toe-to-toe with Dragapult, and it feels, honestly, like the matchup is like about 50-50. So we play heavily through the Dusknoir. We got a 4-3-2 line of Dusknoir. We want to be getting access to the Dusclops and the Dusknoir as the game progresses. And sometimes we use it aggressively. Sometimes we wait and don't use it as aggressively. That's kind of the best way I can describe it to give you some help on how to play the deck. Yeah, sometimes you want to pop your Dusknoirs as soon as possible. Sometimes you want to kind of sit on them and wait for a little bit. Specifically against the Dragapult matchup, sometimes we can play that matchup pretty slow and just like sit there and TM Evo twice even. And set up our Dusclops, set up our Charmeleons, and even if we have manual energy to attach from our hand to our Charmeleon, we could even TM Evo out of Charizard. I've actually done that before. 3-2-3 Charizard line. If there's like one thing that I feel like it comes up a little bit short with this list from the games I've played, would be the Charmeleon count. I often find myself either prizing a Charmeleon, having to discard a Charmeleon early, and then the TM Evo just doesn't get exactly what I want. In the more aggressive matchups, we usually want to TM Evo out double Charmeleon, because it can be hard to send up the Candy Charizard combo sometimes. So it's safer to just get out double Charmeleon up against like the Raging Bolts and stuff like that. So that's like maybe the one thing I would change would be to try and get a third Charmeleon in the deck. But it feels a little bit weird to play in a 3-3 Charizard line with 3 rare candy. But it's like the one thing that I felt like I've been missing sometimes. There's a Chi-Yu in here, of course, really good against Golden Go, good against K1 Ogrepons, of course, against the Raging Ball matchup specifically. And then also is kind of cool against Gardevoir sometimes. With the Flarebringer attack, we can like manually retreat our Charizard after it gets mind-bended by a Monkey Dory, retreat into the Chi-Yu, and then Flarebringer 2 energy back to the Charizard to kind of reset it up, reestablish it as a threat. Of course, there is an Air Balloon in here, so you could utilize that as well. But if the Air Balloon's not available, discarded, prized, or on something else, then the Chi-Yu works as well. But try and save your Air Balloon for the mind bends. Try and set up 2 Charizards, save the Air Balloon, be able to retreat from one Charizard to the other to get around that mind bend. And finally, there's the Tatsugiris in here with their attract customers. They don't find customers very often, and even when they do, it's probably not the right customer, but you know, we hope for the best. Yeah, this is pretty cool in here, to be honest, especially alongside the Jet Energy. Now, the first thing that I thought when I looked at this deck is like, why not just have the Jet Energy be Pokegears? But I thought about it a little bit harder, and I was like, well, we do need energy for our TM Evos. There's no energy search in here, and that's because it's a Precious Trolley build of a deck. So make sure you're choosing second with this deck. We're looking for turn 1 Arven for Precious Trolley plus TM Evo, and then ideally we have a Fire Energy or a Jet Energy in our hand that then combos with the TM Evo to start to set up our Dusclops and our Charmeleons to get to our Dusknoirs and our Charizards. And that's really where the value of the Jet Energy plus Tatsugiri comes from. Because in the early game, it's an out for TM Evo, but in the mid-late game, if we have 2 Tatsugiri in play, and let's say we have a Charizard on our active, we can then jet a Tatsugiri to the active, use the attract customers to try and find a supporter that we want. We won't get the supporter that we want, but that's fine. And then if one of our Charizards gets KO'd and we have 2 Tatsugiri in play, which I did find myself setting up pretty frequently was the double Tatsugiri board, we can set up 1 Tatsugiri, use attract customers with the supporter, and then use Jet Energy on the bench Tatsugiris, put that to the active with the other attract customers, but we got to use 2 Tatsugiris, which is pretty cool. And then we retreat back to a Charizard, and then we attack and we win the game without the Tatsugiri ever getting involved. So that's kind of the cool thing about the Jet Energy. It's kind of like a pseudo Pokegear when we have the Tatsugiri on board, except it whiffs every time. And then it also combos with the TM Evolution in the early game as well. And it functions and like synergizes way better than I thought it would. I still would maybe try and get some Pokegears in here though, because whiffing turn 1 Arven kind of sucks, and we don't hit it that often with the way the build is currently lined up. So I wouldn't hate to see a Pokegear or 2 get added to the deck. I don't think I would cut an energy for that. But with some further testing, I could probably come up with a card or 2. I think maybe a Jack could be cut for some space in here. That's one card that I felt like was a little bit overkill. Another Ultra Ball also wouldn't be bad. That's like a change I thought about. Jack feels a little bit The 3 Jack feels a little overkill. It feels like the Ultra Balls are a little bit light. Maybe cutting a Jack for an Ultra Ball could be something there. That's the Pokemon lineup, though. For the supporters, like I mentioned, Arven build, 4 Arven, 4 Iona. We're giving our opponent a lot of prize cards really aggressively with the Dusknors, and we want to put them to a low hand size. Don't let them utilize those cards. Jack synergizes super, super well with this deck as well. We have a lot of evolution Pokemon that are very, very impactful, very powerful. I mean, Jack plus Dusknoir is kind of just an insane combo, to be honest. It's just so powerful and can help us take over the game so quickly. Guts Effects, 2 Boss, 2 Counter Catcher, 2 Research in here as well, and those felt great. Just have a little bit extra, more aggressive draw. Sometimes we just get ahead and we just want to stay ahead. The Researches are great for keeping us there. 2 Buddy Poffin to go alongside the Precious Trolley. Increasing our odds of like when we go first to have a little bit better of a setup. Also, if we prize Precious Trolley, Poffin plus Arven is decent there as well. We don't just like lose the game because we prize the Trolley. The 2 Poffins, 2 Ultra Balls usually can help us cover those situations. 3 Rare Candy, like I mentioned. 1 Nitrogen, 1 Super Rod for the recovery. And 1 Air Balloon, 1 Defiance Band. Of course, we can kind of control when we're ahead or behind on the prize exchange because of the Dusknoir, so the Defiance Band is great for that. And then 6 basic Fire Energy as well. Like I said, the deck overall felt pretty smooth for what it is. I think there's definitely some work that can still be done. I mentioned a couple points where I felt like there was some stuff lacking, specifically the Charmeleon and the Ultra Ball. The sample size for the 2 Charmeleon feeling lacking was probably just a low sample size, to be honest. So I definitely would want to test further before I added a 3rd Charmeleon. But a 3rd Ultra Ball I think would be pretty good. I think the Jack would probably be the cut, but after you play some games with that, I'm sure you could find something that seems unnecessary. And with that said, let's go ahead and let's jump into some action and whiff some Tatsugiris. It's possible an IC could happen, and you look at the result from the IC and be like, nope, that deck that won is pretty mid. That deck's kind of bad. This does not tell me anything about the metagame. There's like, this information is not useful. Like, it doesn't add anything information to the meta. Some people will probably pick this deck up, realize it's bad, and not play it. I'm just going to be ahead of the curve and just already know it's bad. I have no idea what they're playing. We see a Mew, right? I mean, it's probably correct to do this, actually. What I was going to say with that is, like, yeah, online tournaments are just, like, they're just less, what's it called as well? They're, like, way lower standard, though. Or way lower, I don't know, standard, what is the word I'm looking for? Prestige? No, not prestige. Not prestige. Less valuable. The bar. Yeah, I guess maybe barrier of entry. No. Yeah, the information is just way less valuable. But there's a better way to. There's a better term. Yeah, not prestige. They're obviously way less prestigious. I mean, online terms have basically 0 prestige. But insight, sure. Less insight to gain from them. Credibility. No, I mean not credibility. Well, yeah, obviously it's less credibility, but yeah. Less substantial. Yeah, there was also less substantial, I don't know, something. But basically, the results from online tournaments just mean less in terms of like if Charizard wins Worlds, that means way more than Charizard winning an online tournament, basically. Yeah, obviously like, Charizard winning like a regional win means way more than Charizard winning like some online tournament. For starters, I guess. As it should, and it just does. Like it's like it's like harder to win. Yeah, it just comes down to how hard that it is to do the thing. Where's I going with this though? I was going somewhere with this, but I kind of forgot a little bit. Oh yeah, so like when you see results from online tournaments, the only thing you should really take away is just you should look at it and be like, is there anything that's cool? Like, is there a list? Is there a deck? Or like a list, or I mean, and obviously looking at the winning decks or the more successful decks means more, but it's not like, oh shoot, Straight Pult won the Smart Tournament. That must mean Straight Pult's like the Pult build to play. It's like, no, it doesn't really mean that at all. Not even close to that. Other builds of Pult could be far superior. Like all Pult builds are good. Like Straight Pult's not a bad deck, but we're not concerned with what's bad. We're concerned with what's best or what's not bad. I'm kind of hoping I find a jet energy off this so I can jet this up and then evolve both Charmeleons or something. Something like that. Yeah, basically that's it. When you look at online tournament results, just take them for what they are. If something is inspires you or makes you think about something, about like a deck or a metagame, that's fine. But like, put very little weight in online tournament results. Just like you should put very little weight in League Cup results or City League results or anything like that. I'm just gonna hope for a jet. Because if I leave a Charmander in the active, they just both die, which is really bad. Cool. Find those customers. I think what Azul is trying to say, if you do analysis on tournament results badly, you will fool yourself into bad conclusions. Not, well, I mean, maybe kind of, but I guess it just comes down to how much you weigh. Oh my gosh, dude. Why is there always a Charmeleon prize? We need 3 Charmeleon, bro. What the heck? Well, I should have a Dusknoir on my field then, obviously. I think it's a good way to engage interest and creativity, but doesn't mean something is good for the meta. Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it as well. Yeah, it's a good way to engage interest and creativity. Yeah, it's good to look at online tournament results. The more information you have at looking at like results and stuff like that, the better, to an extent. Yeah. Have you tried the Ogre Box deck? Not yet, no. This matchup has got to be kind of horrendous, right? I feel like it's got to be bad. Yeah, it doesn't really have to. I'm not really saying like if you do analysis on tournament results badly, you fool yourself into bad conclusions. I mean, maybe if by that you mean putting too much weight in online tournaments, sure. But that's basically all I mean, is just don't put too much weight in online tournaments. But like with that, understanding the underlying point of how you analyze results and metagame and decks in general, by saying a deck could win a regional championship, and the deck could just be what you would classify as bad. You could just be like, yep, it just won. Yep, it's bad. So that's like that's the important part. Well, I could get my whole board out of range. No, not quite my whole board out of range. I can get pretty far out of range, but not completely. Actually, with TM Evo, I think I could get the whole board out of range. Candy Eva. I mean, those Ogre Pawns on the bench are a little scary. Help. Knowing why a deck did well in a certain tournament is important. Yeah. All right, let's get those customers real fast. Yo, can I get a... Wow! Options? Another way I guess I'd explain it would be like, let's say you have a... say you have a criteria to qualify a deck as bad. So there's 10 meta decks, and you're like, okay, 5 of them are bad, 5 of them are good. And then one of the ones that you initially criteriaed as bad wins the tournament that happens, like coming up tournament. It wins the next regional championship. You look at the result, you go through your process again, do your math again, and you're like, well, by my own standards, this deck, I still think this deck is bad. It's possible the deck is just still bad. Like, did anything change? It's like, or yeah, did anything change that would make this deck better than you thought it was previously? It's like, nope. And everything still applies that made you think it was bad before. You're like, yep. It's like, then it's maybe just bad. I could go try and find a jet. Oh, I forgot this deck plays the Chi-Yu. The Chi-Yu is so important in this matchup. What the heck? Chi-Hu? How much HP does that fish have? I kind of got a big hand, though. Alright, I've been playing this pretty poorly so far, I'm not gonna lie. The thing is, I don't want to bench this guy, though. Dude, this is such a weird game, the way this is developed. I'm just gonna grab this fish. We'll find a jet energy someday, maybe. You think Ho Box will be top tier with Prism Energy? No. You do coaching? No. Also, possibly your analysis understanding isn't good, but you have to trust yourself. Yeah, exactly. But then when you do figure out that you were wrong, figure out what made you lead you to you're wrong, and then just go from there. Oh, I'll get him. Yeah, I didn't even realize. How much do I want to play stuff right here? I don't want to bench the Chiyu if I'm not going to get a jet. I mean, I don't know when they're going to find a boss. I just play the Iono, hope for jet. If I find jet, I take the knockout. If I don't find jet, then I don't know. Customers? No customers, bro. What the heck? Oh, hopefully no boss as well. Or just lose to boss? I said to be boss plus grass. We'll see. Is there a better way of analyzing deck quality outside of tournament performance? Yeah, playing with the deck yourself and realizing if you think it's good or bad. And then coming to deciding whether you think it's good or bad, yeah. I gotta deal with this thing now? Should be able to deal with that. Oh, so your Tato wasn't attractive? Apparently not, bro. Screw this guy. Is there a way to see how many prizes the opponent has taken with the overlay? Yeah, right hand side of the screen. These big numbers right here. I mean, what do we got? We get the squad. Can we get some squad, please? One counter catcher, one boss. See if I ordered one squad to the board. This plays what? 2 counter catchers, so there's 1 prized. I've also killed the Mew, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, can I get a squad? Can we get a 1 whole squad, please? Curious why they want the 1 energy? Because this one's got a Bravery Charm. I can't KO this one. Unless I want to burn Dustnor to hit the Squawk. I don't know if they can bump their own stadium or not. But I need to be able to save this. I want to KO Squawk with Dustnor, Dusclops next turn. Yeah, I want to be able to kill the Squawk. So I don't know if they can play a counter stadium, their own counter stadium or anything like that. You research the other catcher? Oh, did I? Oh, you're right. So they push on here. I'm kind of waiting on boss. It's fine. We'll make it work. I think I prized the boss as well, though. So I could pull the boss off the prize cards. Am I not going after Latias because of the retreat? That's like the Latias adds no value to their setup. If I bring up Latias, if I KO Latias, they push Mew, which gives them free retreat going into this turn. And then next turn, I still can't KO the Ogre Pawn, but if I do, then they get to push up whatever they want. There's no value. There's no value in KOing it. You don't need boss, right? You just pop 2 Dusks and win. I don't have 2 Dusknors to hit the Ogre Pawn, so I would need 2 Dusks to KO Ogre Pawn. But currently I can KO Squawk, but I can't KO this. They were about to leave this in the active, though. If they had left this in the active, I had them, yeah. Is that Ogre Pawn deck actually a thing? Not yet, but it doesn't seem terrible. So it could become a thing. But as of right now, I would say it's not a thing, no. I guess this works, right? I can feed them 4 prize cards. Sometimes you forget how cringe Dusknor and Dusclops can be. Oh, I guess I had Nitrogen in hand, so I could have just... For some reason in my head, I thought they were taking a prize card. But obviously they're not taking a prize card, so... This is so dumb. I could pop a 4th one too, I guess. For some reason, I thought I was getting a prize card. This is one of like this is like another reason they should make the prize card draw automatic, bro. Like sitting here through all this is just so boring. Like, what are we doing, man? Why are we sitting through this? Why is this taking forever? Knockout, give me my prize cards, give them their prize cards. Just prize card to hand, boom, 2 prize. They had like a really weak start. Maybe I just like give up on the squad here. Oh, nice. I prize all of my Duskull. Wait, I literally just prized 3 Duskull because there was none in my hand. All right, cool. Big fan. Maybe I go for the Duskull then because, yep, reasons. Not playing research here does still feel a little weird because I am giving up like a lot of resources, but not sure it's incorrect. Seems like fine. Could be wrong. In PTCG Live, your opponent takes prize card first when they use the Dusknor ability, whether they knock out your Mon in play or not. Yeah. So the correct order of operations is for your opponent to draw the prize card first, but you still get to draw your prize card before it checks for like a game-ending game thing. So how would you define power cards and consistency cards? Counter catches a power card, research is a consistency card. I don't even have anything to get off this trolley except a bunch of fish. What a waste, bro. Any fish enjoyers? Anything about Ho Armors? Probably still bad. Oh shoot, that cape though. I might just swing into this to be honest. And if they KO me, then I get to KO them back. It seems like good enough to me to be honest. Fish? Dude, literally just a bunch of fish, man. This is pathetic, man. What are we doing? Why is there so many fish? Someone explain to me what are we doing? Why is there so many fish? Well, there's 3 rare candy in this. I thought it was 2. I really gotta check my prize cards. There is a Charizard in here. I'm just gonna set up 2 Charizards. I'm just gonna punch him. I don't care about your hero's cape. That's cute. What if I just hit your Zoroark? What are you gonna do? Outrage back? Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I'm just gonna give one to this fish. I like this fish more. I'm not gonna put the air balloon in play because then they could just be like, they have a 0 card hand. I'm just gonna boss your Charmander and set up or something like that. I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm gonna keep something in my hand to deter them from wanting to do that, but then also it literally just being an out to that play. Is Shaman a power card? What about Dragapult? I mean, Dragapult is like a fundamental part of a deck. Shaman is not a... I mean, yeah, Dragapult's like a fundamental part of a deck. I don't know if I would call it a power card. I guess sure. Oh no, it would probably be a consistency card, because if you're playing more Dragapults just for the consistency of having more Dragapults. I guess that's more of a consistency card. Shaman would be a power card, I guess. Sure. I usually like to think of power cards though as like cards that are like just neutrally good though. Like Shaman is more of a tech. I guess maybe you could categorize it like 3 types of cards: power cards, consistency cards, and techs. I would think of Shaman more as like a tech than anything, to be honest. Because it's like, it's not like neutrally good. Like Boss's Orders is a power card because like you can't name a matchup, or even as long as it's like good against majority of matchups, like 75 plus. But like Boss is good against like 90% of decks, right? About was their hand? They had a Turo there. No clue. Pretty bad though, right? Oh, I do be kind of needing like more energy. See, I don't even know if they're gonna get through the first 2 Charizards to get to the 3rd Charizard, so I don't even know if I'm gonna use this guy, to be honest. I might not. But I'll have him set up just in case. Because like, are they gonna punch my Charizard this turn? That seems kind of... Ooh, actually, no, that's actually not terrible. Actually, that's not great. Actually, you know what? We'll just see what they do. We'll just let them cook. I don't know, some cards are like fundamental pieces of a deck. So it's like, I would say, if you're playing a Dragapult deck, you need to play 2 Dragapult decks, like, kind of like by default. If it's like a Dragapult deck, if it's like Dragapult chart, like, yeah, if it's a Dragapult, like if it's like adding 1 Dragapult to Typhlosion, that's different. But if you're playing like straight Pult, you need to at the very least be playing 2 Dragapult. And the 3rd Dragapult at that point would become a consistency card. But there's obviously like a baseline for your deck to not just be straight garbage, right? It's like I play a Dragapult deck. It's like, oh yeah, really? What's in it? It's like, well, I play 1 Dreepy, 1 Dracloak, 1 Dragapult, and 4 Cleffa or something. It's like, all right, well, it sounds like your deck just sucks. It's not even a deck at that point. There's no point in like theorizing any further about your deck. It's like, nah, this just ain't it. But if your deck, yeah. So we need like a baseline to work with, and once we have the baseline, then we can like actually be like, where do we go from here? Do we want the 3rd Dragapult? Do we not? Stuff like that. I think I'm just gonna punch him. I don't really care. I'm just gonna play this first, and then I'm gonna use Tatsu to build on my hand. So, core power consistency tech. Core power consistency tech. Yeah, we could like if we want to break it down further. I don't hate those as the options. I don't hate that. Every deck should have a Cleffa, no cap. Well, you're definitely capping. That's not true. 4 Cleffa isn't enough. You need a 60 of Cleffa. It's the only way to be consistent. The whole squad. But it's not even like worth like talking about, like, yeah, I mean, you could call cards. I mean, I guess like for the purpose of like learning how to deck build, maybe that there is value in that. When what I was about to say was like the idea of like core cards to a deck when you're building an archetype doesn't really matter, because like we're always going to be past that point anyways. But I guess like for newer players, that's just not 100% true. Like to understand that concept is maybe more important than I initially am thinking about giving it value. So yeah, core, power, consistency, tech. Because yeah, I wouldn't really call Shaman a power card, because it's just like, it's good in some matchups. But counter catcher, if you had any counter catcher to any deck, could be good in any matchup, right? Just kind of chill. Oh shoot, not this guy. This guy's pretty lame. Wait, can they like win the prize trade at this point? Did I like overextend here? They're gonna go KO. Then I'm gonna go KO. This could get weird. I'm gonna Iono them though, so hopefully it gets less weird. Consistency versus power is kind of a pointless breakdown because a lot of cards are both, like Secret Box. No, not really. I disagree that it's a pointless breakdown. Like, you're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong in like what Secret Box does for you, but I think you're wrong in that it's a pointless breakdown. Actually, Candy Dusknoir would be kind of insane here, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be pretty good. I can't do it out of this hand, obviously, but what went to the bottom of my deck there, actually? Candy Night Stretcher. All right. Give me one Dusknoir, one Charizard, and one energy, please. I definitely want the threat of another Charizard. Where am I supposed to be? And then Iono into Candy Dusknoir, KO the Darumaka, KO the active. So close. Never lucky. Yeah, they can definitely win this at this point. I should not have benched as a Duskull. I didn't really think about this guy making an appearance. It's pretty rude. Definitely losable. I'm just gonna... should I have not swap? No, I just need to limit my bench. I need to limit my things on my bench. I feel like I define consistency cards as means to power cards, and power cards as direct means to executing your design game plan. I disagree with that. I'm not going to call a Psychic Energy and Dragapult a power card. I just wouldn't think about it that hard, I guess. Maybe is what I would say. Yeah, I want to try and define things to that extent. Like, it's pretty obvious when I'm like... Research is a consistency card. Counter Catch is a power card. Yeah, because I want to go to that extent, because... if my game plan is to attack with Dragapult, I'm not going to call a Psychic Energy a power card. It could be cooked. I guess they're gonna go 90 knockout. Maybe we're okay actually, because they can't get. Oh, they can though. They can Ursaluna. Wait, how much damage does Ursaluna do? It actually does just enough damage. Shoot, actually might be cooked. Did you get back to playing Ethans with Pulse? No, but I would never do that. Ethans with Dracloak, on the other hand, seems worse than Ethans with Pidgeot. Okay, I think we're doing okay, actually. I take it back. But how much damage am I doing? How much does this give him? Huh. That's like super annoying. I could jet this guy up and find a boss, though, right? Candy for Dusk? Candy for Dusk doesn't win me this game. It's minus 30. I'll be hitting for 300. Candy Dust Counter Catcher? I can't play Counter Catcher if I Dusknoir KO Darumaka. Would be at 2-2. Lock in, chat. Lock in. Candy Dust Defiance win. If I Candy Dusk, we're tied on prize cards. Let me just get this. Oh, shoot. I was gonna say, let me get this boss real fast. Wait, so what's the play? Back with fresh Zard? Into what? I would just, if I punch this, I just die, don't I? How much does it do? I would do 300. I guess I wouldn't die. But I still would not be good. I could punch their active with my fresh Zard. Then if they just have boss KO this, I lose. What the heck is the play here? Bomb Darwin pass. Well, I'm not really scared of this guy anymore. I go 90-90. Oh, maybe I am still kind of scared of this guy. No. I feel like I'm not that scared of this guy. That's not Reshiram. I could kind of get behind that, actually. I can get behind Dusknoir the Reshiram. Wait, no, my active always dies if I punch their active. What the heck? I'm kind of down for Dusknoir the Reshiram, yeah. Dusknoir active, counter catch up the bench one, KO it. Oh, then I just lose to a Gust on this guy still. Dusknoir active, counter catch up the bench one. I have one prize card left. They have two. They still went with boss. But now they need boss plus Reshiram. Don't you lose to Darmanitan now? I lose to boss plus Darmanitan, but I also lose to boss. I would also lose to boss plus Reshiram if I don't KO the Reshiram. Like, them just KOing this means I just lose the game with this, basically. How many? There's only one I should turn in this deck. Why do they need boss for Manitan? Because it does 90 to the active and 90 to a bench Pokemon. So if they do 90 to my active, they're not winning the game. Gosh, wait, they need Zoroark though, or a Reshiram. Yo, appreciate the 60 months there, Zeta. Also appreciate the 53 months there, Sky Bishop, and the 2 months there, Matt. Also the 4 months there, Brigo. Buzzy with the 20. Dash with the Prime sub. Bump to the right back. I missed all these earlier. Also appreciate the 6 months there, Squiggle. Okay, now we win. Wait. Wait. No, yeah. They forgot to bench. Wait, what the heck happened? Did they actually? I wasn't even paying attention. They had the Night Chargers. They literally had boss Night Charger. I'm trying to make a Zard Dusknoir deck work for a while. Right now I have a cheeky 1-on-1 Pidgeot line. Do you think that could ever be correct, or is the line too thin to be worth it? I probably wouldn't play Pidgeot unless it was a thicker line, yeah. 2-1-2 or 2-0-2 at the very least. This build better than the Pidgeot build? No clue. Vitality Band greater than the Defiance Band? Possibly. Need you trolley for a secret box? No. The point of the deck is it's a trolley deck. It is a trolley deck. I'd completely, if I was gonna build it with a secret box, I'd completely change the build. Oh, I should have attached active. Shoot. Misplay. A little bit sus, not gonna lie. Chi-Yu can come up in this matchup actually to respond to the Flareon. Maybe we should just bench the Chi-Yu. Or I said Flareon, right? Leafeon. Is it ever correct to play the 90 HP Pidgeotto? Does the 10 HP matter enough versus Devo decks? Probably not. The free retreat is probably always of a higher value, but I don't know. It's something you have to test. I feel like trying to wait for the Chi-Yu with this deck because we have so little search to find it doesn't make any sense. I didn't really want to grab Chi-Yu there, but I feel like waiting for Chi-Yu doesn't make any sense either. So I feel like we do just kind of have to grab it, which is like fine. And then I guess next turn we just have to TM Evo, to be honest. We did get our first trolley game though. First time playing trolley on our first supporter, or on our first supporter turn. $80 or $90, both are 3 monkeys, so it doesn't matter, does it? No, it definitely could still matter. Sometimes they don't get full 30s from the monkeys. Often Garver doesn't get full 30s with the monkeys. If they just punch your Pidgeot EX for 80 with a Jellicent, that would also lead to it being in TM Devo range. And then against Grimmsnarl, it's like impossible to predict how much damage is gonna end up when on your Pidgeotto. So to play around TM Devo specifically, the 90 HP is better. But is it better than the free retreat cost? I don't know. 90 HP is always better against Team Diva, though, for sure. Would you use this deck in local cups before 10.5 becomes tournament legal? No clue. I haven't thought of last meta, last format. Not if I'm trying to win. No. Oh, so last meta. I was like trying to decipher what you meant. I thought you meant like. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest, what I thought you were trying to say. I was like. I thought you were asking about like cheating. Like, I was like, I don't know. This deck's in the next format. I probably wouldn't cheat, but I guess the only thing from the new set in this deck is Air Balloon. So you could just cut the Air Balloon for a rescue board, obviously. Would I play this last format? No. I don't know if I can endorse cheating here. Pack it up. I think it's just a TM Evo angle. Wouldn't mind having access to an Iono, although I don't know if I would use it. I would also like a Duskull on my bench, but that just was... Oh, I guess I could have got a Duskull on my bench, to be honest. Actually, I should probably do this right now, to be honest. Sorry. Yeah, I mean... what did I mean to say? You know what? Don't worry about it. You're worrying too much. God damn it. Alright, well, getting this guy doesn't make any sense, because I prized a Charmeleon. I shouldn't have played the Ultra Ball yet. I have 3 Charizards and 1 Dusknoir. Let's go with the Dusknoir, I guess. Another Duskull on my bench would have been nice. I guess I could have got that over the other... I could have done that instead of benching the other Tatsu, but this is actually probably correct the more I think about it. This is probably correct. Which card do you think is the best? Kyurem, Zekrom, or Reshiram? Zekrom. What's the difference between the last and the new format that makes this deck more playable, assuming it's not the one balloon? The meta changing to be less focused around, or making Dragapult and potentially Grimmsnarl less good of plays. Mostly, less people playing Dragapult, I guess that's got to be the only real thing, to be honest. Yeah, less people playing Pult. What's the most underrated card you think in black and white, black ball, white flare? I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Yeah, we only have 1 energy in deck and use Crispin. And is it a bug or official ruling that the energy goes to hand and isn't attached as Crispin effect? Yes, it goes to hand. If you read the card, it specifies that that is the order of operations. Well, I think I just win, right? How do they ever win? Well, hang on, I don't have a Charizard yet. I might not be able to win if I don't have a Charizard. Hold up, I take it back. If I have a Charizard, I win. I don't see how I lose if I have a Charizard here. So I can knock out the Pidgeotto and the active here. But Zard is necessary. If I get Arven here. I don't know what's prized, otherwise I'd maybe pop Dusknoir first. So I'm just going to play the Research and pray I find a Charizard. Prize cards one time. What, Ultra Ball? I think I have all 3 Charizards in the deck. No, I don't think I have a Charizard in here. Should have kept that Arvin. Should have kept the Ultra Ball. That's what I should have done. You got the Arvin? Wait, did I actually get an Arvin off my prize card? No way. I got a nice Nitro. What the heck? Why are you lying? It's cringe. I mean, it's not looking good. Oh, I was gonna retreat to a Charmander. What the heck? All right, Flarebringer. Yeah, I was gonna retreat to Charmander there. I don't know why. Like, I just like instinctively sent up the Chi-Yu. I was like, all right, Chi-Yu, I can Flarebringer, but I don't care about Flarebringer. I definitely should have sent up this guy. Winnable? Yeah, sure. They don't have that much set up. If they only get one prize card knockout this turn, they need like Boss plus Water to get a 2 prize turn next turn, which is pretty unlikely after Iono them to what? Oh my, the hard retreat is questionable for sure. I'm about to Iono them to 1. Oh, they are going to KO my Charmeleon though here. It's pretty annoying. So I need Candy Charizard. I do have 3 candies left. And all the Charizards. I mean, we'll see how this goes. Winnable, technically. So I think I do this first. I want to thin out the deck. Charmelon. I was supposed to retreat the Charmander last turn, but it's fine. Oh, did I already? Yeah, I did everything, right? Yeah, I think so. I can whiff this turn as well. Like, they don't have anything. Ooh, okay, no complaints. I don't mind not whiffing. Swinging sooner than later is better. Ooh, wait, this is awkward. I do have 3 jet energy left, so it's not that awkward. I should throw this here then. But I can't pop Dusclops to get it out of the active. If they go Gust up Dusclops, it is just kind of stuck there. I do have 3 jets left, so we should be able to make it work. So I was working on my Hydrapple deck, and I feel like I need another attacker. Would you ever cut for either Zarude, Iron Leaves, or Nani-X Teal Mask? No. Just make the deck more consistent. Should be the focus for sure. Yeah, make the deck more consistent. Thoughts on a Zoro build with Jellicent? It doesn't seem very good. Like Jellicent plus Zoroark. What's the purpose of the Zoroark? Draw engine, or are you trying to attack with Zoroark? I feel like Jellicent doesn't need that much going on to be good enough to be like pretty self-sufficient. Oh, they have 1 prize card left, so if they have Energy Boss, I lose. I guess I should boss this then, right? Now they need Energy Boss Stadium to win with the Fan Rotom. Water Pond and EV Box got to be suboptimal. I don't know. I actually don't hate it, to be honest, because like you just need, I don't know, you need EV Box, and you either concede the Guardy matchup or you include some other stuff to help the Guardy matchup. I feel like including this stuff might just be the better way to go, to be honest. If you're able to like save enough of your stuff as well, Water Pond. Oh, thank goodness, they were close. What the heck? You can draw 3 prize cards with Water Pond at the end of the game against Gardevoir, which is kind of cool. You can go Briar, if you can save your Crystal, you can go Briar Crystal. Well, I don't know, you need energy built up on it, I guess. Maybe not quite. That'd be tough. You can figure it out. I guess you could go, dude, get him in there, please. Get him in there. All right. Is it still not a go second meta because of the TMs? I mean, it depends on the deck you're playing. I feel like going first is still probably better. Well, I felt like we were going first would be being better, but I guess it kind of depends. It still depends on how much Golden Go there is. Yeah, if I'm playing like a Gardevoir or Dragapult, I definitely want to be going first against Golden Go, but Golden Go's not the only deck in the format. So if I'm playing like Gardevoir or Dragapult against each other, I'm probably going second. So yeah, maybe we're still gonna go second metagame. I don't know. Not everything is not everything revolves around cheese. Golden Go. Random, did you ever play Macargo G? Did you ever play Macargo GX? Wait, what was the question? I'm lost. Oh, I got Candy Charizard. I had a thought for a second. I don't even really want to Iona them because they have a 4-card hand. Is there truly no viable win condition for Golden Go against Cornerstone if they never bench other Pokemon? No, you have to tech for it. You ever play Macargo GX? Oh, yeah, in Mew and Mewtwo tag team, I think, right? That was a Macargo GX. Don't play it. Not sure if that's correct though, to be honest. I was looking for Duskulls, but unlucky. Or whatever his name is. I like Capsule and Miraidon. Helps amp Baby Bolt, Pidgeot, Baby Moon, Duraludon. I get your take on it. Those aren't very popular cards. Yeah. And in the Baby Bolt, if your Iron Hand survived against Baby Bolt, you should be able to come up with a win condition. Pidgeot's also still a 2-prize Pokemon that just dies to any Lightning Pokemon, so you don't need to draw 2 prize cards off it, or 3 prize cards off it. It's just cool when you can. Yeah. Then obviously, yeah, Baby Moon, Duraludon are definitely should not be reasons to play a card. We should be fine. All right, when I candy Dusknoir here, do I actually pop it or no? Or do I candy Charizard, I guess? I'm actually not sure, because I could Air Balloon the active. Or I could get Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball. Candy Charizard, just have another Charizard setup. Or I could candy Dusknoir. Air Balloon. I guess I'm always going Ultra Ball. Air Balloon, Ultra Ball. I'm gonna get Charmeleon. Then I don't have Air Balloon for my Tatsugiri, which feels kind of bad. I just don't feel like my Charizard's dying next turn, so I feel like I have this Charizard for another turn. Maybe for the rest of the game, depending on how many Dusknoir and Dusclops I can get set up. I'm not sure about this, to be honest. Snipe Curlia. Doesn't seem very worth, to be honest. Maybe snipe that monkey, or I think it's just best to hold the Dusknoir, to be honest. Dusclops Curlia, Counter Catcher Damage Curlia, Candy Nor, other Curlia. Well, I had already drawn a prize card, so it's not possible. Wait, no. What you just said is not even remotely possible. That's so many cards I don't have. That's so many cards I do not have. Kill the monkey to avoid the annoying Mind Bend. I mean, they could just have another Monkey Dory, though. You appreciate the Prime sub there. Mr. The Color 9. Welcome to the Rat Pack. What's the Grim or Bolt matchup like for this deck? No clue. We ever play Crustless format? I don't know. I don't really plan that far ahead. I just play whatever I feel like on the day that I'm playing Pokemon. Why Charmeleon over the Flavor Ale? No clue. I just copied the 60 from the tournament. Oh, wow. Mind Bend. I guess another reason the Jet Energy are pretty good. It's because of Mind Bend. Well, I don't know how I'm going to hand... Oh, that would be a reason to... Honestly, that's a reason to save the Air Balloon, is to play around Mind Bend. I definitely should have saved the Air Balloon here. Is YouTube no music today? Oh, did I forget to play it? Ooh. There you go. I should have prioritized saving Air Balloon to play on Mind Bend. So I should have gone Candy Charizard there on the last turn. Because now I have to attack through the confusion, I'm pretty sure. That just has to be my play. I don't think I want a hard retreat here. That seems kind of bad. Oh, I don't have an Ultra Ball to get another Charizard. I'll just take the Super Rod for later, I guess. Or Night Stretcher. Maybe the Night Stretcher, to be honest. Well, that means I have an Ultra Ball prize, which means I could pop this to go get it. Sure. I should have popped this first, obviously. But checking your prize cards... What's that? Future Booster and Morrison. It's not a bad card in the deck. Well, nah, it just seems bad, to be honest. Yeah, it just seems bad. Some more guys, I guess. More squad. More squadron. Heads one time. Dude. Yikes. We could be in big trouble. So I imported your Zekrom deck, and I was wondering if Iron Thorns would be good in it for the jelly, or do I just hope to get set up before it's online? You should be able to get set up before it's online for sure. It'd be pretty easy to get set up before it's online. Yeah, the Thorns doesn't seem very good. Yeah, the Thorns does not seem very good at all. Is the Fire in discard? Right, there's a Fire energy in discard. Right. No. Alright, you can go ahead and... You can hard retreat to Chi-Yu and then reaccelerate the energy. Oh, true. I guess I could have done the Chi-Yu thing. True. I should have Chi-Yu'd. Yeah, I should have. I don't think I've ever seen you hit a Mind Bed heads. That's what I've been saying. I'm getting scammed out here. But yeah, I should have retreat to Chi-Yu and just reaccelerate the energy. That was definitely the play. I appreciate 11 months there, Donnie TCG. What's the deal with playing the 100 HP Charmeleon? No clue. Uh-oh, now we're getting cooked. This is really bad. This is really bad, folks. This is really bad. Well, it's not that bad. It's definitely bad, though. Pretty good draw. That's pretty good. Is there gonna be an episode of the podcast this week or not? There will be. Yeah, there will be an episode this week. Kind of cornerstones. I should use the Dusknoirs, right? I mean, in this deck, yeah. Dusknoirs and Chi-Yu. Why'd they put the charm here? Or when did they put the charm here? They charmed before I... Wait, they didn't KO me. I don't know how I want to play this. I think I want to... This thing's got 60 HP left, so I want to KO the Monkey Door so they can't double Monkey Door KO this, right? Yeah. Or... Yeah, sure, why not? Seems good. Wait. No, I couldn't have one there, no. I thought we had like a better play. So I'm confused. How are we able to see the extra episodes on YouTube? Is there a sub-only access? Yeah, you just become a YouTube member. Hold on, do they play TM Devo? That's something I have to worry about? Does this build of Gardevoir play TM Devo? They might, right? They actually might. These rats. I need to put an energy here then, which is unfortunate. I was thinking about doing the candy on this, but I was like, wait a second. If they have a TM Devo, I need to save the candy. Oh! 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 Whoa! Okay, we got it. Chillin'. Alright, I don't... We'll see. We'll see. Oh, they're out of Iono here, actually. That's big. Would have been good to know that. But I don't know if it would have changed my place, to be honest. Yeah, that would have been good to know for sure, but I don't think it would change anything. Is there a deck you'd recommend to beat a locals full of Guardy and Dango? Charizard. I think we got him. So we should just be able to... Oh yeah, we just Kenny Dustar for the win, right? What's your favorite cake flavor? Red Velvet, for sure. Is Dango unfavored against Zard? Yes. I don't think there's any real way to fix it either. Like, Chi-Yu just puts in... As long as you play Chi-Yu. If you don't play Chi-Yu, then it's a lot closer. But if you have Chi-Yu... Yeah, if you have Chi-Yu, you're definitely just favored. Without Chi-Yu, it might be like 50-50 if they play Genesect. That's just chocolate? We already did this? No, it's literally just not. You're just wrong. What's your favorite milkshake flavor, though? Probably something with peanut butter. Red Velvet is trash. It's literally chocolate cake dyed red. That's just not true. They are two different things. Red Velvet cake is a chocolate cake, but it is made a distinct way to have a red velvet cake flavor. Red velvet cake tastes different. If you get chocolate cake and red velvet cake, they do taste different. Listen, if your taste buds are just everything tastes like chocolate cake to you, I can't help you. I can't help you with this one. That is a personal problem you need to figure out by yourself. It's just red food coloring? No, it isn't. Look it up. We literally looked this up. Go look it up. We literally looked this up last time we had this discussion, and the deniers were just wrong. We've been through this. We've been here before. This has been an AzulGG stream thing before. This is not new. Would Maximum Belt work better for this deck? No. I don't think so. I think a build with Maximum Belt would be worse, probably. Would you say this deck is easier to pilot than Zard Pidgey? I have no clue. Zard Pidgey. I could just research because I don't... This doesn't get me energy is the problem. What would this even get me? Like a Poffin? I think it's probably better just like... Alright, let's lock in and check some prize cards. What we should do. Ogerpon. So it could be an aggressive deck. They're definitely attacking next turn. I prize both boss. Actually, I should get a Charmander and then I should Ultra Ball for Chi-Yu, right? Yeah. Gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. Prize 1 Dusknoir. 2 Dusclops here. A prize of Dusclops. Alright, try this again. Oh, I have a Charmander in my hand. Oh my. Is this still correct maybe though? This is not that bad. It probably should be a Duskull though. I could still Arven here. Arven just seems too weak. It just seems too weak. You're weak, Arven. You're weak. You're weak! Why's a Charizard? 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. 3 Jack, 4 Iono. So my researchers are gone. 1 Arven in hand. Both boss are gone. Oh, Air Balloon wasn't here? No, Air Balloon was here. Dolphins are gone. Playing an Ultra Ball. Wait. Yeah, but I probably shouldn't have benched. Probably burn a fire, right? Yeah. Water. Me. I'm just gonna get out double Charmeleon, I think. Seems good to me. Yeah, but I shouldn't have benched this Charmander. Because if I want to get down double Duskull plus Tatsu, I can't do that anymore. And that might have been a better board, to be honest. I use Chi-Yu, I still don't get it. It is a fire Pokemon that knocks out Ogerpon and Gold goes to 1 prizer instead of a 2 prizer. So it gives us an like instead of knocking out Charizard with an Ogerpon, or no, instead of knocking out an Ogerpon with Charizard and then leaving a 2 prizer on our active, we do it with the 1 prizer. Same thing against Golden Go. We do put a Charizard on our board. So if our opponent can Gust KO that 2 prizer, they can still get a 2 prize knockout. But at that point, we have no other 2 prizers in play, and then we knock them out again with Chi-Yu. And then they have to go through the 1 prizer at that point. Or if they don't have the Gust KO, and now they have to go through the 1 prizer. So it gives us a prize advantage by forcing them through the 1 prizer. Chi-Yu is just great value Radzard. No, Chi-Yu is Chi-Yu. Radzard isn't even in the standard format. That's how bad Radzard is. It's not even legal to play. The card is so garbage. Don't ever disrespect Chi-Yu like that ever again. If you had anything to go off, would you play Zoro or Chaladon Bomb to DRI Format Cup? Or Bomb for sure. Forget cake. The best dessert is Publix key lime pie. No, definitely cake is better. It's pretty rude. I wonder if they considered that when they made that play. I actually don't know. I want to play this. Honestly, Candy Charizard KO Fez is like really good here when they have a 3-card hand. How'd they play out their turn? Ultra Ball got rid of these 2. USADA. Bench Hoot Hoot. Chi-Yu knockout active also isn't terrible, but I probably want to play for a 2 prize knockout, right? I'm kind of down for Charizard KO Fez, to be honest. I'm about it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm down for it. Am I? Sure. Why not? feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. Give me that bird. Fish KO Pawn can be a play as well. Yeah, that's the other play to go here. I think we always go for a 2-prize knockout. I was thinking, what if we like went Chi-Yu KO Hutu? Like, it doesn't seem terrible. Okay, the boss off the prize card just... We had a high chance of getting that, though. We had 2 boss prize. That's a really good prize card. I mean, Nitro just bulk play nowadays. 2+. Leaving energy on Baby Ball seems good. Oh, that is also true. Leaving the energy on the Baby Ball can be awkward for them. Well, not in this situation, really, because their attacker is Ogre Pawn, but... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really change too much, because, like, they're using Ogre Pawn, or they're using this guy, or they're using, like, Iron Leaves or something. Also on Poison Terapagos. It's bad. We go further, our price is just not competitive. He's playing Charizard. Zardnor, yeah. What Charizard deck list is this? Zardnor. It's the list that specifically won the Doom tournament this week. Do they ever KO Chi-Yu? Do they ever KO Chi-Yu here? Yeah, actually Chi-Yu is the best KO they could make, actually, yeah. Maybe I should have split my energy, 1 on Charmeleon and 1 on Chi-Yu, actually, then, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, their best knockout here actually is Chi-Yu. Carrying Charmeleon is kind of irrelevant. The best KOs are either Chi-Yu or my Charizard. Honestly, I think their best KO actually is the Chi-Yu. I think their actual best KO is the Chi-Yu, specifically. Bastard. What did my Chi-Yu do to you? The Tatsu's ready. Get the squad ready. Tutsus. So we are pronouncing Nor wrong. Who cares? Pronounce D's. Doom Sniper getting banned. But the fall so hard on the prize trade here? No. They fall so hard? Well, only because I have Gus, but it's reasonable for them to assume I don't have Gus here, to be honest. Yeah. Is Jelly Guardy underperforming in the online tourneys recently? Anything to take note of? No, but no, just because your expectations for it shouldn't be that high. Like, it's not underperforming. You shouldn't be viewing Jelly's Gardevoir's lack of success in online tournaments as underperforming, because you shouldn't have that expectation of the deck for where we are in the format. Like, you should just be like, it's a deck, it has potential, let's see what happens. You shouldn't be like, Jelly Guardy is a deck that has potential. But yeah, I don't think you should be thinking about it as underperforming. You should just be like, it's not being successful. Okay. But also, that doesn't mean the deck is bad. It just means it's not being successful. But yeah, like the meta and format are so new and fresh, and the idea of that as a deck is also so new. Like, I feel like the power level of it just hasn't been truly discovered yet. So we don't know how good the deck is, really. If you don't have Gus there, they get ahead in the prize trade there, don't you? Wait. If you don't have Gus there, they get ahead in the prize trade there. Yes. Since you're both at 4, you're KOing a 1 prizer with a 2 prizer. Yes. That's why their play was good. Well, someone else in the chat said it wasn't good. But yeah, that's why the play is good. But I did have Gus, so they got bodied. But obviously, I always have Gus there, bro. I don't whiff. Thinking I would ever whiff was their first mistake, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I have to play this. No, actually, ooh, I actually think I am BMing here. I'm not gonna lie. I think I have my last energy. I do have my last energy in the deck, but you can't blame that one on me. You can't blame that one on me. Dude. Clicking off the energy. Alright, bonk. Got him. Will you ever dyeing your hair to match Lorelai's? Probably not. Dude, why does my hand suck? Why does my hand suck? Why? How do you feel about this Charizard list versus the Hilda Dun list Gearhart posted on Twitter? I don't know. I haven't played with the Hilda. The Hilda Dun list has got to be bad. There's just no way that's good. done D's. But maybe, I don't know, maybe there's some hope. Yeah, the Hill of the Dun list has to just be a meme. But I don't know, there could be something there. You never know. Is Gearhart cooking? Find out next time. Charmelon? There's a Charizard in hand, right? Okay. One Jack, discarded a Jack. 4 Iona, 4 Arvin, 2 Research, 1 Boss. Prize the Boss. 2 Candy, prize of Candy. 2 Countercatcher, 2 Puffin, 1 Night Treacher, 1 Trolley. 1, 2, 1. 1 Jet in hand. I have another Fire in hand? I did, so I priced a Jet. I priced 2 other things. Super Rod, prized. Oh, Trolley's here. Second Ultra Ball, prized. Honestly, I feel like this deck could use like another Ultra Ball. All right, here's where we can go crazy insano by getting the Arvin off of the Tatsugiri, you little bastard. Thank you. Honestly, I kind of want the backup Tatsu to deal with them potentially. Yeah. Backup Tatsu for sure. I don't have that much to work with in my current hand. So if they like, if they could have like Boss KO Charmeleon next turn, that wouldn't even be like that big of a shock. I would get double Charmelon here if I could, but I can't. So, oh wait, if they Boss KO my Charmeleon, my Tatsu lives. Wait, what the fuck am I thinking? Maybe I should have. No. I still like the Tatsu. But maybe not. Maybe I actually overcooked that with the Tatsu. I could have got like another Duskull and that would have been fine as well. I've always been curious about this, but what do you do with the packs you get from winning majors? Sell them. You often say you don't care about packs, so what do you do with them? Sell them. Smell them. Finally being able to watch a playable game. What do you mean? We've been cooking. You're just a hater. This is crazy. This is insane. I didn't expect this from you specifically. This is actually absurd. Watch yourself. I might bless your draws to be dead the rest of your existence on PTCG Live. Oh, the Tatsu is correct or not? Oh, this one? I mean, if they kill my Tatsu, I don't have that much to work with in my current hand. But I have a lot of, I mean, honestly, I have a lot to work with. Like, I might have enough to work with. Why are you so concerned with this? Why do you want to know? Look, can you play the Crobat deck in honor of Ozzy Osbourne? No. Just tuned in. What's the synergy with multiple Tatsu? Pricing it is really bad, so having 2 for that is really good. And then also we play Jet Energy. So we can like push Tatsu, use Tatsu, Jet Tatsu, use Tatsu. But I think the pricing factor is the bigger part, to be honest. Oh, shoot. I've been outplayed. I've been outmaneuvered. The Caesar, the ultimate counter to the Tatsu. Oh, holy smokes, folks. I can just run them out of Golden Goes this turn. I can just go Dusknoir knockout. I want to go Chi-Yu knockout or Charizard knockout. It has to be Chi-Yu knockout. So I can't afford to Tatsu this turn. How much HP does Caesar have? 140. Actually, I should have Dusknoir first. I just take away all their gimme potential, right? Not hating. No, I'm literally just messing with you. Better watch out. Our Zard is weak to Scyther. True. That Slicing Blade better come through. Yeah, see, now I got the candy. Gosh darn it. How many energy are left in the deck? 2. Wait. 5, 6. There's 1 left. I could have candied Zard instead and just left it at a Charmelon, which would have been better. Make a Fire of Envy. It'd be really nice to push Tatsu and get an Arven. But now I got the Jet, so I can play off the Jet. So I can push Tatsu here, and then just retreat it with the Jet if I whiff. But like Arven would be really good to get established Air Balloon and then get Super Rod to put the energy back in the deck, because I should just win off that. Also, do you like the new energy cards from the black and white set or not? I mean, yeah, I like them, but it's like not like I like them that much. I just like a new design. Just playing with a new design is just nice, to be honest. More so than anything. Tatsu never gets you Arven here. You're banned. Don't talk to me ever again. So yeah, it's more so that I just like the idea of a new design. Just keep like just to freshen things up, keep things fresh. It's not like my, you know, gonna be my go-to for the rest of the time I play Pokemon. I think it's like, bro, the new black and white energy are so sick, man. You gotta try them. You gotta rock them. How is their hand so miserably bad? What? What is their... What? Novelty is cool. Yeah, basically, yeah. Excuse me, sir. How does your hand suck? They didn't even have Caesar KO Chi-Yu? Or do they think this is the better play? They could think this is the better play. This might be the better play. I don't think it's the better play. Could be, though. Tatsu Jet kind of goes hard here, though. Yeah, I think this makes sense, right? Oh, there's no Super Rod. Oh, I did prize it. I knew this, too. I actually knew this. I was aware of this situation. Doing this is probably fine. I have the Nitrogen. I could have also just evolved to Charmeleon and Nitrogen for the energy. So if I get Ionoed here, then the energy's in the deck. Maybe that would have been better, but sure. We have just gone boss the gimme. Oh yeah, true. I guess boss gimme, KO gimme with Charizard. That'd have been pretty good. Yeah, not gonna lie. That's probably a mistake to not do that. Sorry, we'll get him next year. Yeah, because then they don't have an answer for my Charizard, right? Sounds kind of good. Tatsu, my biggest hater. He's got your number. It's okay, he takes KO on Zard and loses. Yeah, we should still win, but have you figured out which version of Zard is the best? No. You want to go first with the Zard list? No. Anytime you play a trolley deck, you want to go second. I'd be, yeah, very surprised if a trolley deck ever wanted to go first. Monkey KO means you don't have to worry about confusion. I mean, I'm not really worried about confusion, to be honest. We still be walking away with it up for sure. Off to Rapagos. Want to go first? No. What? Wrong. I'm gonna go second. Wait, I feel like we've had this I feel like I've had this conversation before. I feel like some deja vu. So you could pet stonk? No, that just never happened. That was fake. The pet stonk was fake. First for the poison kills? No, wrong. You just go second. You just go second and play the game like a normal player. The pet stonk was fake. It was not a real thing. Appreciate the prime sub there. Cool, Alex. Ryuki's Cloth Terrapagos want to go first with Trolley? Nah. I'm pretty sure he was choosing second, was he not? He literally chose second against... Peshonk Quantum IC. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's correct to do it. That's not how you justify something. Ryuki Petch Donked and chose first in the finals. Did he actually choose first? I think the Petch Donk was fake. That's the only maybe that matchup, but I'm not blind choosing first with Petch. No chance. I'd have to maybe go back and play the deck. I feel like my conclusion was that it was fake, but that deck could attack turn one. No, but you could do the Petron thing. You could Petron poison. Have we changed the list at all? No, I'm just playing the exact same 60. Which is the best way to play the Paul matchup? I could believe that. I could believe it was the best way to play the Paul matchup. Definitely believable. Oh my, jamming tower. Dude, that is beyond unreal. I can't even use this. I was gonna get the Team Evo. I said fodder for Ultra Ball wouldn't have been terrible. Yeah, we're squadding on him. So I want to put the air balloon here. I should check my prize cards. Oh wait, the air balloon doesn't matter. I can't use it. The air balloon's also fodder. I hate it here. You Charmander to get rid of Jamming Tower? No, I think I just set up for the aggressive line next turn. What am I, Blazing Destruction to then TM Evo next turn? Nah, no shot. You ain't gonna catch me doing that. Wait, but maybe I needed to do that because maybe I'm taking a turn off anyways, right? Wait, maybe you're right. You might be cooking. He couldn't get Mander into the active. Mander was my active. I retreated my Charmander into Tatsu. Wait, actually, you guys might be cooking actually with that. I'm not gonna lie. You guys are maybe cooking. But maybe not. You're maybe not. But you might be. You could be. You could not be. You might not be cooking. But honestly, you might be cooking. I maybe should have just like Blazing Destruction then Team Evo this turn. You could be onto something. You could definitely be onto something here. Dude, my opponent's definitely cheating. No one just has that play ever. Wait, what'd they get off the Ultra Ball? Am I trolling? Did they get the Latias? Oh, what the heck? Apparently. Alright, a turn late, I'm using Blazing Destruction. No, you guys are right. I should have done it last turn. No, you guys are right. I didn't even think about it, to be honest. Especially because like I was going to get Bidooed. I thought I was going to about a Candy Dusknoir this turn, but obviously that's not happening because I'm playing him against Holt. Any plans for player interviews at Worlds? No. Am I ever just TM Evo in here? If they put energy in play, I want to be able to chase the energy, obviously, but besides that... I can like attach fire to the bench, Evo to the active, evolve Dusclops, research, Evo. Well, now I want to chase this, but if I get a I'm starting to run kind of low on energy. I could have also put the Evo on the Tatsugiri and then retreat to the Tatsugiri, I guess. Yeah, they're gonna have a hard time dealing with my board, to be honest. I feel like I got them where I want them. We're kind of cooking them. Yeah, I feel like I always should have just played this slower, to be honest. I'm just like playing this too fast. I'm just trying to go, but we just need to chill. Get the squad out, you know, we're having a good time. Another Dusknoir. Oh, that's it. What's your regional win count? 8. It's all right. We're back where we want to be. We're winning games. We're getting this dub. It's a free matchup. It's a free dub. If I lose this, probably time to retire again. The infinite retire cycle. Never lucky. Oh my dude. They always have another Dracloak, bro. Do they ever just stop? Like, what if you just stop putting Dreepies and Dracloaks in play, bro? Put the Pulse back in the binder. You don't realize you can chill with this deck. Don't need to blow them up fast. Yeah, especially when they're not doing anything fast. If your opponent's like attacking turn 2, you gotta go, right? Because otherwise you just lose the effectiveness of your Dusknoirs, then you're just behind in the prize trade. But if we're playing up against Polt, I don't have to really do anything. I'm not really being forced to do anything, so. Definitely played this poorly to begin with. Yeah, I should have opened up with the Blaze, followed up with a TM Evo. Still controlled their energy like I did with the Dusknoir pop, probably. Like, that's still probably correct, but... yeah, definitely could have played this differently. For sure. Imagine do the same thing, right? Dusknoir pop, like... pretty cringe, but it's gotta happen. It's gotta do it to him. See what prize card I get. I didn't check my prize cards this game, so... Were you taking notes after every set to have info for the video on the Merida win, or was it all from memory? It was all from memory. Like, moving forward, I'll do that, but I didn't plan to do the video until after the video was... yeah, I didn't plan to do the video in the moment. The idea for the video came after the regional, so... I mean, boss here to KO the Dracloak's kind of chill. Dude, that's not very chill. I mean, we're at 4-4. Honestly, Iono's kind of chill. That might be the play. Let's just go for it. I think I am KOing the Bidoof here. Yeah, they kind of have a 7-card hand, to be honest. Overall thoughts on this deck so far? I mean, it's solid, but it's nothing crazy. Yeah, solid deck, but nothing crazy. I kind of want like Pokegears and Ultra Balls. That's what I want. Like one more Ultra Ball and like one, like cut a Jack for a Ultra Ball maybe, and then cut something for a Pokegear. Maybe one of the, can we go down? Nah, the 2 Poffin is still kind of nice, to be honest. Maybe cut a Poffin though. I'll probably cut a Jack for a Ultra Ball, to be honest. But I don't know. The list feels like fine. There probably is changes to be made. I just don't know what they are. Cut a Duskull. No, you probably want 4 Duskull because Prizing. If you play 3 Duskull and Prize one, it feels kind of bad. But maybe. Is there any sauce? Hops plus Matang with Genesect, or is that still garbage? It's still garbage because like the power of Hopsation comes from the damage modifiers. But are you gonna bench Snorlax? Are you gonna play the tool cards? You can play the stadiums as well, and you have to set up Matangs. Oh, maybe. But then at that point, it's like, if we're setting up just like 2 Matangs, why are we playing Genesect? Just play 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball. So that's how you probably want to build it at that point. Save your bench space for support Pokemon. So, yeah. Also going to Secret Box and more Nest / Poffin. It just sounds bad, to be honest. So you have to play so many Pokemon search cards to make up for what Trolley does. Okay. They committed the energy immediately. They didn't even play for the Neo Upper. Would you ever put Briar in this? Maybe. It doesn't seem terrible. I haven't had any situations come up where I'm like, ooh, Briar would be really good here, though, I feel like. But yeah, it wouldn't be terrible because you have Tatsu, so you have like ways to help dig for it. But I did ask you a few weeks ago if you thought this deck could still do well, and you did say yes. Yeah. It might still be the best way to play Charizard, to be honest. The problem with stuff like Charizard, Pidgeot. There's like another build of Charizard, Pidgeot, and something else. There's like one more I'm missing, but their Pulp matchups are so bad. This deck can actually keep up with Pulp, because you can just get so far ahead of them. Like you have to usually attack first. If you let them initiate, you're probably losing. But if you initiate, you're not in a terrible spot. Wouldn't it be the same idea as Golden Go being able to find both evils off 1 Nest Ball? No, because those evolutions can attack. Your Matangs aren't also your attacker. It's different. If I just find boss, I win. So did you do the editing yourself for the Merida video? No, it was Pablo. Tablemon. Pablo Meza. You having some fun with the graphics, especially when the cards disappear into the void? No, yeah, I didn't do it. I don't like edit. I don't hate editing video. I just don't have enough time to. If I ever wanted to edit videos, I'd have to like learn a lot. I don't have the time to like learn and spend time to edit videos. Is that something like for like what I'm currently doing for content? I don't want to edit videos ever. Besides the editing that I do for my YouTube videos, but that's like super easy. Yeah, that editing was all done by Pablo. Appreciate the tier 1 sub there, Grizzly. I've been feasting on Grims and online mix with this deck. It definitely seems manageable to keep up for sure. What's on Metagross GX? Metagross EX? Not good, not good, not good. Did they fix Prism Energy? I actually don't know. I haven't seen one yet on ladder. I'm assuming they did. Actually, we're about to play a deck with Prism Energy, so we'll find out here shortly. We will know soon. Do we win? Do we just have him here? Oh, they played Hilda, right? From many years ago. Oh, actually Metagross GX? That was bad. I don't know. Yeah, it was bad. Schedule maintenance for July. 22 hours has concluded and PTCG Live is back online. Cards that were previously temporarily banned are once again available for use index and matches. All right, well, so it should be available. One Philly Regionals or something? Nope, I don't think it did, no. It got, I think the best Metagross ever did was it got second at Madison Regionals. That was it. That was like its peak. Card was pretty bad though. Actually, no, card was like fine. The deck was just bad. It was just bad. Everything was bad. Everything's just bad, to be honest. You know, everything. Wait, don't they have to hit my Charizard there? If they don't hit my Charizard, can't I just punch? So this must mean they have like, I mean, I do just win because I have boss, but they have like Dragapult. They must have like Dragapult plus Neo or something. Okay, we just have the dub. Dude, so free, man. Let's go. How have I been playing this deck for 4 hours? That's insane, bro.